What's up, everybody? This is Aquarius Roberts back at it again with another episode of Divinity Unleashed. I hope you guys are enjoying, and I really appreciate all the love and support that I'm receiving from doing these videos. I'm not really worried about the stats. I really just want to teach to those who want to hear. So I really appreciate those who do have an ear to hear and want to listen and learn this beautiful art, because I think it's a beautiful art for all of us to learn in different parts and different aspects. And like I told you guys, I will be jumping into astrology, crystals, rune stones, just really giving everybody an idea of what's out there and what you can learn for yourself, right? Um, so we will be starting out with our fourth card of the Pentacles. And as I was speaking about before, the Pentacles are all about shielding, all about finances, longevity, seeing things from a more grounded perspective. Sorry, I couldn't get it out. But seeing things from a more grounded perception. Whew. And being fixed, right? Pentacles deal with Earth, so this is Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. So this card right here, which is an awesome card, but it can be otherwise too, is the four. Oh no, we don't want that reverse. We want it upright. The Four of Pentacles. I don't know why my camera's not picking up on the clarity, but that's perfectly fine too. So this is the Four of Pentacles. There it goes. Okay, so as you see, this gentleman right here, he has four pentacles on him, right? And these four pentacles are the pentacles that are holding him together. Now, if you notice, he has his hands in a kind of, it's just kind of like cycles, right? He's saying that this is like the universal sign, the affinity sign, that everything comes in a cycle and it repeats itself again, right? But as you see, he has his pinnacle in the middle of it. So it's like he's grasping onto his pinnacle. It means everything to him, right? He has a pinnacle on his head. He has two pinnacles on his feet that he's standing on. So when I think of this, pinnacles have to deal with finances. They have to do, because this is Earth, right? And all Earth signs are worried about their financial security, right? That's one of the main things that you can see about Earth is their security, their financial security, being able to, do their own thing, basically, right? So with this card here, it seems like his main worry is Pentacles, right? That's his worry, right? It's almost like Scrooge, right? It's almost the Scrooge appeal. It's like money, 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 money. I need to hold on to all I got. I want to be thrifty on what I'm producing or how I'm using my resources. This is also holding on to resources, right? Because as you see, he's holding on to the pinnacle there, right? And it's all upright. So this is something spiritual, right? That he's been blessed with some spiritual finances. So like I said, the pinnacle upside down is material over the spiritual realm. Okay, so these pentacles are upside, so spiritual realm to the material realm, which is the way of nature, right? Because everything comes from spirit first, right? Then it rains down onto the material plane and manifests into something. But sometimes spirit can give us something, And we think we don't know when the next time that we'll have what we need is going to be in our possession, earth. So we hold on to it, right? And so that's what this card is about. It's about holding on to your resources, right? And also being afraid to invest in more, to invest in anything that's going to stop your financial security, right? So you will see this card coming up. You will see this card coming up in a reading when you have to hold on to your money. When times are hard and things are looking rough, you have to hold on to your resources. But also, this is the 4 card. So this card is about building. Also, 4 is the number of completion, building. It is the number of finance. It is the number of the emperor, right? The emperor is the 4 card. So that's the major arcana, what the universe does. And it helps you bring things in check, right? And be able to be responsible, authoritative about what's yours, right? So this card right here is the emperor in real life, and he's being stubborn and stable about what he wants, and to the point that he can become aggressive over it. So here, as you see, he's wrapped in a black cloak. So black in a reading deals with the shadow side. In the tarot, if you see black, it deals with the shadow side. It deals with our darker side that some of us, a lot of us, don't like to face at all times, right? So he's cloaked in this black. It almost makes me think of Venom. You know what I mean? How it was matter that came from the universe, and then it ended up coming down. It ended up coming down and touching this man, and he became something ferocious, right? He became something that was not like himself, which is also an imitation of looking at the shadow side of self. Venom is a presentation. Marvel Venom, he is a presentation of the shadow side, right? The darkness that can eat us alive, right? It swallows him whole. And people have to fight to get him to get to the good side, right? And so this man, shadow side, is representing right here, right? It's cloaking him. And so this is his shadow side being greedy, right? Being greedy, money, money, money. I need to produce something. I need to hold on to what I got. I don't want to invest in anything outside of that. I don't need anything else trying to stop my progress right now, right? Okay, so this is a card of clinging on to something. This could be a card of clinging on to the past also. So as you see, the city is in the back. There's a town in the back, right? So when you see towns in a reading, you're thinking of other people, right? So other people are there. He's sitting on the city, right? And so he's bigger than the city. It's like what he thinks or what he's holding on to is bigger than everybody else around him. And so, but this is far from the truth because you're not using your resources wisely with this card. It could be that you need to use your resources wisely, but you're not using them wisely because you're not investing in other things that'll help you come out of this 4 of Pentacles, right? Because this is about being stuck, being stable and stuck, not being able to look at anything outside of where you are at, right? So in a relationship reading, the 4 of Pentacles will come up saying that you're clinging to the past, right? You're holding on to things that meant something to you, you know, whether good or bad, because the shadow side is here. So whether good or bad, you're hanging on to something that is meaningful to you, but it's not helping you produce better results. It's keeping you right here at this level, at this pace, at this time, right? So there's nothing extra going on. There's no extra funds coming in. It's like staying at a job and you're getting paid a certain amount. You need more money, but you're staying at this job because it's keeping you secure. It's keeping you safe, right? And so this is the financial safe card. This is the safe with your emotions card. Holding on to feelings that no longer represent what you're dealing with in a relationship, but you're still holding on to them because they mean something to you. You know what I mean? And that could be for better or for worse. If you're hanging on to old emotions, like my partner hurt me, and this is a relationship. My partner hurt me, and I can't forget that they did hurt me. I'm going to stay with them though, but I'm not going to forget they hurt me. I'm not going to let go of what has manifested, right? What has manifested. And it takes a while to actually let it go. So you want to think like when this card comes up, you might possibly be being a little stubborn, right? Excuse me. But you might be being a little stubborn about something, Earth, stubborn about something that's not helping you progress forward. Now, not to get it confused, because this can be a successful card. This is where it becomes successful. In a 3-card reading in the past, this card would say, you're holding on to finances, right? You come through a time in the past where you had to hold on to your finances. You had to hold on to something that was important to you because you were afraid, because this card is Virgo-like too. So afraid, anxiety, fear of letting something go because you don't know what can happen, right? You'll feel like you're out of power. The emperor, out of position of power. He's staying in this position. He's holding his ground. So this could be that something you had to hold on to in the past that you couldn't let go. If it shows up in the present, right now you're being frugal with what you have, right? If it's finances, you're being frugal with the finances that you have. You're not making any extra income. You're not investing your money or anything. You're just sticking with what you got. If you're making $13, $14, $20 an hour, you're staying right there. You're not moving forward to anything else, right? If it comes up in the future though, this is where it's most stimulated. So in the future, it would be either one of two things. One would be, and you got to look at your surrounding cards, but one would be that you are needing in the future to hold on to your resources, right? You're going to need to hold on because hard times may come and you need to hold on to what you have. Part 2 would be that in the future will come a time of stability, right? And stability within finances. So you may have not had a job, right? And you are going through the hard times, and then the 4 of Pentacles comes up in the future. So now you know you're going to be stable soon. 4, stability. 4 is the number of stability, power, assertion, ideas. So it's the number of the Father too. So being authoritative over how you present yourself into something. So as a personality card, the 4 of Pentacles would be a person who's stingy with his money, who's very resourceful, manageable, authoritative, powerful with his, but don't ask him for no money. And if you do ask and he does give it, he or she does give you that money, you best believe they're going to be at your door like, where's my money? Because I have to take care of mine. So when you see this person in a reading, you want to watch out on borrowing anything because they're going to want it back. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the 4 of Pentacles reading. This is Tarot God, Aquarius Roberts. And remember, let the divinity be unleashed in you. I'm out.